I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I have been having a lot of messages on subject matters I should speak on. Number one, we have split this channel into subunits. There is a unit where we do our podcasts, a review of my books and things I had written on entrepreneurship, on marriage, on several things. Dr. Charles Apoki Extra. If you subscribe to that channel, we have a lot of podcasts that we have done that would enrich your life. And then we have a Facebook page where you can follow a lot of messages. And then this channel where we have a mixed audience, a mixed product to talk about issues in Nigeria and life in general. So you have a spread of several areas where we put intellectual materials that can benefit you. Want to thank those of you who have subscribed to this channel, those of you who have registered to be part of our webinar. We did one yesterday, and we're going to do question and answer today, 2nd of August, 2025. You can register for 1 year or always register monthly to attend our webinars. If you register for 1 year, there's a big discount. And we have counseling sessions. They are paid for. If you want anything concerning the properties we sell, send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. This morning, I want to talk about the demise of a young man called Fish Magnet. I never knew about him until the tragedy that happened. Then I started watching his videos, found out that he was a very handsome, enterprising, humble, educated young man. Somebody you would like to have as a son. Found out that the mother was a politician, a member of the women's wing of a political party, and this young man was rearing fish, drying them, and selling them beyond his immediate vicinity. And in one of the videos that is online, he said that fish sellers in his locality are angry or were angry with him because he was crashing down the prices of dried fish. I subsequently saw a video recently. Some young men ranging in their 20s were arrested, and they were alleged, according to whoever posted that, to be those who were responsible for the heinous crime. He was abducted, a ransom was paid, but it was his corpse that was picked up. So what do I have to say? Number one, these things are happening because we are living in a dysfunctional society. A very dysfunctional society. Dysfunctionality from the families. Families are not what they are supposed to be. A dysfunctional government where there's so much unemployment. A dysfunctional government where there are no social security network, safety nets. Let me explain what I'm saying. I was in a street in Zurich. They took me to that place. That used to be one of the most dangerous places in Zurich, where drug addicts and all kinds of people were present. And we went there. They showed me a house where drug addicts and jobless and homeless people stay. These individuals burnt down the place. They set a fire there. I don't know whether when they were smoking or whatever. The government is renovating it. And I was told that in their prisons they have very comfortable accommodation. Then we walked along what was said to me that it was the third richest street in the world, where you have a lot of companies that produce very expensive wristwatches and diamonds, rings and whatever, and then private banks in Switzerland. I saw a wristwatch, a diamond studded ring, 18,000 euros. That's about 36 million. What was separating me from the ring was just glass, no metal protectors, just glass. And there were other expensive things on display, just glass. The people will not go there and break that glass and steal that ring, because there is a social safety net that takes care of their needs. They are catered for by government. So the desperation is not necessarily there. Though there was a beggar that came, I was surprised. I don't know whether he's an immigrant, but it's not, his color is not an African color. And I told the Esosa to give him money. So there are beggars, even in Europe. But if you dare crack that glass, within a few minutes, you will be arrested. And there is nowhere you can escape to. The same thing in most parts of Europe that I went to. In Italy, their police are everywhere. Everywhere, though there are pickpockets. But you cannot commit a major crime and run away. Those Italian police, they battled the mafia in Italy. And so, in a society where there is law and order and there is functionality, heinous crimes are reduced to the barest minimum. You will talk about what of Baltimore and other cities in America. If not for law enforcement in America, that nation will have been up in flames based on the tendencies that we see of people using guns, robbing, and all that. So we live in a dysfunctional society. Our society is not working well. Number two, jealousy. Jealousy from his competitors in the industry that he talked about. Nigerians are not innovative. Many of the old business people are not innovative. And so when young Nigerians who are more innovative than my generation come up with innovative ideas of doing things that crashes down prices, stress, and simplifies the business and saves people money, time, and effort, the older generation want us to remain stagnant in our old ways. And so, jealousy. We are always jealous of somebody who is doing better than us, doing better than us in our locality, doing better than us in the industry. They will say all kinds of things. So, jealousy was part of we have this spirit of, why is it not me? Why is it you? Why are you showing yourself? And it is more prevalent among us in the southern part of Nigeria, jealousy. I said more prevalent. It is everywhere, but more prevalent. Because, like in the northern part of the country, in quotes, the Islamic religion, it is God that gives, it is God that takes, and you can see somebody ready to be rearing cattle for somebody who is living in town. He just sees that as his lot. So, jealousy. The greatest jealousy we're having in Nigeria now is jealousy against strangers or outsiders, non-natives who are doing well where we come from. But intra-ethnic jealousy is very strong, where the people are competitive, where they display wealth. And it is common in the East, particularly Anambra State. That's why you will see a fellow Igbo politician attacking his Igbo politician with so much anger and acidity, as if he is the cause of his problems. But it is everywhere. The next thing is greed. You want to do fake drugs because of greed. You want to sell fish very high because of greed. And anything you do, you don't put the interests of humanity in mind. You just want to get wealthy, and to do this our devilish, conspicuous display of wealth. So, if the theory that he most probably was harmed by his competitors, greed, make only me better. Those who accepted to do it, greed. That's why you will want to go and eliminate your fellow human being, young man, your age mate. Because most of those who were interviewed in that video, if it is correct, were his age bracket, in their 20s. The next thing is impunity. Nigerian young people have grown to see how those who are in authority delete people, injure people, harm people without fear. And so people don't care about law and order in our country. They know and they think they can get away with anything if whoever is sending them to do harm assures them that he is backing them. So we have a lot of impunity in this country. If the governor is passing, they can crack somebody's windscreen. Police can just go somewhere and brutalize people. And I did a post on the broken window theory. If a building has a broken window, most likely people are going to go into that area and commit more crime. This impunity of security agencies, impunity of those in governance, impunity of youths in the community, impunity of vigilante, impunity of traditional rulers, impunity of pastors, impunity of all kinds of people makes people to believe that we are living in, let me not use the word zoo, let me use the word Hobbesian state. So people think they can do things and get away with it. In reasonable functional society, there are rules. Then the next thing is I want to talk about is that he was killed in his place. Those who were interviewed were virtually from one part of his state. And that brings me to what I have been saying. There is no part of Nigeria that is populated by angels. No part of Nigeria that is populated by angels. I keep saying that Nigeria is a cake that was baked with the same ingredients. And if you slice it into family units, the same wickedness you see in the general Nigeria is in the family units. If you make it village units, the same corruption, greed, and wickedness that is in the whole Nigeria, you will see it in your village units. The same thing with local government, the same thing with in your class, the same thing with your association, the same thing with your political party. What we need is a mental reorientation. Those people who have been arrested, if they were the people, look at them. I looked at them. They look very haggard. And whatever they paid them, none of them will get more than 3 million naira. And eventually, they will spend it on drugs and women. And they will need to become criminals over and over. I pray for his mother. I don't know if his father is still alive. For God to strengthen her. I just hope he had children. And this must not discourage young Nigerians who are entrepreneurs. You just need to be more careful. I was advising somebody today who is a business person that she needed to be more careful, because when you succeed in this part of the country and in most places in the world, those who don't do well hate you, and they can do anything just to destroy that person. The person got angry, turned the story around. Now you sabi. Even at this age, I am extremely careful. Careful even amongst pastors, because many are called, few are wizards and witches, few are wicked. I'm extremely careful. And so when you start doing well, when you start becoming popular, you start becoming prosperous, and the world gets to know you. There's nothing wrong in advertising your business and what you are doing. Be more security conscious and be more careful. May God help that family. And I pray that the business of fish magnets does not collapse, that it can grow. God bless you. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. As I said, we have properties for sale. We have several things we do. You can contact us on +234, that's the Nigerian code, 80 21 21 92 62. Watch out for the next video. God bless you.